Okay, so this is totally crazy. I did get this little board to work. Low impedance, high impedance and low impedance, but it's really weird. It's connected right now without power on it, and it works. Doesn't make any sense to me why it's working, but it is. I can hear the AM radio. This is listening on the AM band now, and I can hear it in a speaker. I can hear it on the SDR. But this is nothing new. I've done this before. Here's the mystery part. So I have 12 volts here from the PTO supply, and I tried hooking this thing up to AC to get it to use its onboard power supply, and that design is not enough. It has hum. So anyway, when I take 12 volts on here, it just dies. So here's the now when I power up the board to give the FET some power, disappears. So the FET is doing something, but it just wipes out what I had. I'm not sure what it's doing. It definitely changes the scope down here. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, I've buen provecho. Poco usual en boca de la golpe. Al no encontrar respuesta, repitió. Buen provecho. Pollo. Y ahí que se comienza el pene. Y ahí que claro. Muy impactante. En el año 1995. Anyway, I've burned up a lot of time on this project, and I think it's going to end. I'm not accomplishing what I want, and I think if I want an SDR radio, I'm going to have to build one from scratch. That's probably the best way to do it. There's a guy called Left Coast Radio in LA who's doing that right now. He's a genius. Lives in, I want to say New Park or something. The guy's really bright, so I want to kind of copy what he does and learn how to build SDRs from scratch. I don't think I'll be trying to SDR Drakes anymore, but anyway, I did learn a little bit about basic breadboarding and parts and all that stuff I haven't done in years, probably 50 years or something, 40 years, I don't know. When you get old, you can say things like that. So that's about it from here. The beer's been kind of good tonight. Been drinking some beer while I've been doing this, but had some ice cream. But this is just taking way too much time, so I think it's time to turn this thing off. Turn off the radio. Put the bottom back on it and not hack around with this thing anymore. And call it a day. So thanks for watching. It didn't have the effect I wanted. So I still think, and make sure this thing's turned off so I don't blow anything up. I still think that was just as nice, if not better, than not using this board. And see, I soldered the board in right to the pin 5 of the tube there of the B2. I think what worked better for me really was I had the SDR going off of this T5, and I left this capacitor here as a marker, but here's the cap right here. So putting a 10 puff off of this pin on T5 probably has the same effect as building this little board. I got better results using the tap, low impedance tap, going into the filter, in the crystal filter. So here, it's going into the crystal filter from here. And before it goes in the filter, it's low impedance. So I take a tap of a 10 puff there into the SDR directly, and that worked. into the RTL-SDR dongle, and that did work. Well, this is hot. That did work on the R4B here. Anyway, I'm not going to muck with this stuff. I guess I'm just going to leave those capacitors there. Going to take off the board here. I had it soldered directly, so let's get the board removed. Get the heck out of here. Call it a day. Just hit the joint and unhook it. Clunk, that's it. Board's out. I guess I'll leave those caps in there for the fun of it. They aren't really hurting anything. They're kind of tap points, so yeah, my third rendition of this board, I guess, sort of worked, but it didn't work right. It seemed like it was wiping out the signal with something, so it was oscillating. I'm not sure what was going on, but it takes a lot of time to build RF circuits that work right. That's for darn sure. I bet Milt Sullivan, who designed this radio, probably spent a lot of time breadboarding circuits. And breadboarding, and breadboarding, and breadboarding. It's just insane. So I don't think I'm going to become a radio expert. At least not this way. I may try and build an SDR from scratch. Following the footsteps of that left coast radio guy. But I'm not going to be doing any more SDR and Drake radios. Just going to put these together and enjoy them for what they are. For what Milt Sullivan designed them to do. Let's make sure there's no crud in here. That's hanging around. I'll leave that. That's hanging around. Oh well, it might freak somebody out someday, but I'll leave those in there. And here's the back of the radio, the bottom. The Drake radio bottom. Put it on like this with one hand. You gotta line these little nubbies up in the front and back real nice because it's made like a vault or a safe. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I guess this wasn't a thrilling video, but breadboarding is hard. Have a great night, and do stay safe.